The No Fate channel, checking in. On this episode of the Supplement Review, I'm going to answer how much money I make on YouTube in a year. I'm also going to answer how much money I make on YouTube per view, per video. I'm going to actually do a full breakdown on how YouTube actually pays out its creators. Before we get started, I want you to guess down below how much money I made in a year on YouTube. This right here, this wad represents everything I made last year on YouTube, so guess down below. While you're down there leaving a comment, please give this video a like and hit that subscribe button. The No Fate 24/7 channel is just dedicated to my dad life. It encompasses all the things that I happen to be interested in and do: health, fitness, home gym, supplements, as you can see, and then of course all of the trips, tricks, and tribulations of being a dad, father of two. One of the most popular questions I get asked both in the comments, on my social media, and when I am out and about and people learn that I make YouTube videos is, how much do you make? And while I am going to answer and do a complete breakdown of how much I made the last year, I want to give you an idea of how YouTube pays out, to give you the best perspective of what differentiates between people who get paid a lot and people who don't get paid much at all. One of the big misnomers out there with regards to YouTube is that it's important to have a lot of subscribers. That's simply untrue. You can have a lot of subscribers and not make much money, and conversely, you can have very few subscribers and you can make a fortune. Also, people think that you get paid per view, and that is only partially true. There's a lot of things that go into how you get paid out. A number of things are factored in. One is the category that you are in. Believe it or not, the advertisements, which is how you get paid through YouTube advertisements. You get paid what category you're in. There are different categories. As an example, supplements would be, fall under one category, and then makeup tutorials would fall under another category, so on and so forth. There are certain categories that pay well, and there are certain categories within regards to YouTube that don't pay anything at all. Obviously, if you're talking about really controversial topics, then advertisers don't want to show advertising on those, risque topics or risque things. Clearly, being in a higher advertising paying block will have its benefits, but I honestly can't tell you the specific breakdown between supplements, makeup tutorials, political stuff, and all the other ones in between. I'm sure someone deep in the YouTube algorithm could, but I just can't. Now, do we get paid per view? And the answer is yes, but there is some gray area. Clearly, watch time has a huge factor because the longer you watch a video, the more advertisements you are going to see. So if you watch one video for 1 minute versus you watch one video that's 30 minutes long, those are not going to pay out the same. With regards to YouTube, if you want to get paid more, the idea is to get people to watch more, whether that's watch more in one video or watch more in one block. So ideally, I get you to watch this video and then click on some of my other videos. So at the end of the day, you've now watched like 45 minutes straight of my videos. Also, all the little pop-ups that you see on your screen, whether it's your phone or your desktop or laptop, for those people who click on those advertisements, that helps the creator. The creator then gets a little bit more of a kickback than they would if you just ignored those pop-ups. Also, if you watch the full advertisement rather than hitting the skip button, you're going to be paying the creator a bit more. Again, a lot of this stuff we're talking relatively small amounts, but it does in the long haul add up. So the more your viewers, or you specifically, watch the advertisements, click on the links that are suggested for those advertisements, the more the creators, me specifically, do get paid. Up until now, we have been talking about the money, but how do you get monetized? A few years back, they actually set a minimum requirement for YouTube creators. You need to have at least 1,000 subscribers and 10,000 hours of watch time, which isn't too difficult to get if you're creating good content consistently, but it probably will take you maybe the better part of a year to get there. Now, the other thing that YouTube will do once you have become monetized is that they will demonetize specific videos. There are tons of ways to get demonetized. If you're following all of the rules and the guidelines, I will say it doesn't happen that often. For my channel, I have been demonetized like 3 different times, or 3 or 4 different videos, just randomly because of certain words or keywords that I use, just causes the video to be demonetized. There are certain channels on YouTube that are absolutely massive. They've got 50, 60 million views or more. They've got 6 million subscribers and they don't make a penny on YouTube. As a prime example, the Nelk Boys, massive channel, massive following. They don't make any money from views on YouTube. Reason being, all their videos are demonetized because they have a lot of controversy in their videos. And so as soon as their videos come out, they get tons and tons of views, millions of shares, all the stuff that you would want as a person that wants to make money on YouTube, but they get demonetized so quickly that they never make penny one on YouTube. So again, the content that you deliver does have a big factor in how much you actually get paid. The last thing I want to bring up before I give you the final count on this fat stack that I made over the course of a year is your library. Okay, so one of the ways that YouTube creators get paid more is by having a bigger library. What does that mean? It means simply that you've created more and more videos. The one good thing about YouTube is that once you create a video, it is there to stay forever. So I have videos that were made 2 or 3 years ago that still get tons of views throughout the year and that still generate money for me. And the longer you've been doing this and the more videos, the more content that you have, that does help you, because believe it or not, a lot of the people that find my channel do so from videos that are over a year old. They just happen to come across them. The content is amazing, as you can expect, and they end up hitting the subscribe button, they end up watching, and they end up kind of catching up on my catalog of videos, and all of that kind of adds pennies to the pot towards my yearly income. So let's give you the count of this fat stack, and then I want to go into the actual breakdown, because the devil is in the details when it comes to how much I make. This year on YouTube was my best year to date, as you can plainly see, and I was able to cobble together a total of $3,425. Now, that does seem like a lot of money when you put it in one big fat stack, mostly of ones, but let's do a further breakdown. And I'm going to put up right now a chart of the month by month breakdown. You can see by the chart that I increased my income from YouTube every month, with the majority of this yearly income coming in the 4th quarter. But let's put this $3,400 into perspective. That is over 650,000 views. I had to get 650,000 views in the year of 2020 to equate to $3,400, and those views equaled 34,000 hours of watch time. Let's break it down even further, because I think the devil with regards to whether YouTube is worth it is really in the details. In 2020, I released 330 videos. That is nearly a video every day. It's bonkers for me to just say it. It is so much work. This $3,400 split over 330 videos equates to $10.40 per video. $10.40 per video, but I want to drill down even further. How much time does it take me to actually put together a video? So many people, when I speak with them, they think that a 10-minute video on YouTube takes 10 minutes to make. And unfortunately, I wish that was the case. If you watch a 10-minute video of mine, and I hope you watch it all the way through, I'm typically in front of this camera shooting for 25 minutes. I then need to edit the video, which typically takes me approximately an hour per video. Once that's done, there's a few more steps left. I need to do a write-up for the YouTube description. That's about 5 to 10 minutes. I then need to create search engine optimization, SEO tags. That's another 2-3 minutes. And then I need to create a thumbnail, which for me is usually 10 to 15 minutes. I know creators that will spend upwards of 30 minutes to an hour creating that thumbnail, because thumbnails are so important. Then once the video is live, once you've kicked it out into the world, you need to broadcast and share that video on your social media platforms. And by the way, if you're not following me on social media, I am at NoFade247 on everything. So when you add it all up, that $10.40 per video is really for almost 2 hours worth of work per video. And I have to ask you, if someone offered to pay you $10.40 for 120 minutes worth of your time, would you say yes? I think many of you would say no. I know the average pay here for like baseline pay in Massachusetts per hour is upwards of like $12, and a lot of other positions, especially in 2021, are paying closer to $15 for no education, no experience, just a warm body to be there on time. So does YouTube pay? Yes, it pays. Does YouTube pay a lot? No, it does not pay a lot when you factor in the per hour pay. Now, there are people making a fortune on YouTube. How do they do it? Well, they are very, very successful. And oftentimes, with regards to YouTube, the way the algorithm works, that mysterious algorithm that factors in watch time, content, likes, shares, tags, and all of the comments that you drop in the comment section below. It factors all that in and promotes certain videos, allowing some creators to really skyrocket in terms of their views, in terms of their subscribers, and in terms of their pay. A lot of those people, that's a full-time job for them. And a lot of the big channels that you see, they have a full-time employment crew. They've got a whole cast of characters. They've got people that are editing. They've got people doing a lot of their Photoshop and all the other stuff that goes along with it. They've got sound people. They've got camera people. And they even have specialized camera equipment to make a lot of their work even that much easier. So people are making money on YouTube. $3,400 certainly is a lot of money when you stack it up in a pile like this, but per hour, per video, it's not that much. And unfortunately, some of the videos that you think are gonna just be awesome and get so many views and so many shares end up just being duds. And from time to time, some of the more random videos that I have made thinking that they were just gonna be like, 50 or 100 views, which is great considering where I've come from, which was no views at all, end up being pretty big. So that YouTube algorithm is definitely really difficult to navigate, and it is constantly changing. If you do decide to go with YouTube with regards to being a creator, drop any questions you have below. I'll get them answered. I love helping people out when I can because I know people helped me. So why do I do YouTube? It is clearly not worth my time. Even when you stack all that money up in a nice fat stack of wad of cash that could choke a horse, still not that impressive. It's not worth my time per hour. I just enjoy putting content out that people will benefit from. And I don't do clickbait. I don't do gotchas. I just put out honest videos to help people stay informed, be informed, and that's about it. If you've come this far in the video, I really appreciate you making it to the end. Do me another huge solid. Give this video a like and drop a comment or two down below. It greatly helps me out and I do appreciate it. As usual, thank you for watching and don't save anything for the trip back. This channel is dedicated to my life as a father of 2 wonderful children, and it centers around health, fitness, and all of the tricks and tribulations that I go through to try to be a great parent to my children and still accomplish my own personal goals.